Hi everyone. Now it's been a while since I've took the time to give you guys any information about this Drake thing and the mass arrests and all that. Basically, that's because there really hadn't been a whole lot going on that I could give you any updates on. But it seems like things are happening, but a lot of us may not have heard about it. But it seems as though we all know that there are foreign troops on the border down in Mexico and even in Canada. There's supposedly some troops and stuff up there, and the ones down in Mexico, there's actually a large number of them across the border waiting for a particular time to pounce onto our side of the border and raise hell. We know that the drug dealers and all that stuff are down there, and they're very active, and the border is really, it's kind of like a war zone. Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, it's pretty bad. But anyway, it seems a lot of people have been seeing train loads of tanks and heavy armor being transported. Now, people saw them on the trains and stuff, and they didn't bother taking the time to cover them or hide them so that people didn't know what they were. According to Drake, they want people to know what's on those trains, and hiding them would have, like covering them with tarps and stuff, would have caused a lot of confusion and stuff like that. But because they left them uncovered, everybody that sees them knows exactly what they are, and they know they're on the train heading somewhere. Well, the problem is that most people don't know where they're going. They just see them on the trains. Well, according to Drake, they're being taken to the borders, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona, and the military is going down there in force. Now, it's not just them either. It's National Guard and regular military. People have been reporting them all over the place. And the only thing that he's saying is that usually when the military does exercises, they don't have live ammo with them. They just, have blanks or whatever, and they do their military exercises, with laser tag things and stuff like that. But they all have live ammo with them. Now, according to Drake, what that means is that they're having exercises, but they're expecting a problem. So they're ready to go. And the same thing with the tanks. They're armed. There's no, they're on full alert, ready for action, and that's what they're going down there for. They're actually planning on, I guess they have like an information bomb, they call it, and it can be shot out of a tank and dropped from airplanes, and they used them in Vietnam and stuff like that, and it had pamphlets in there that were, the pamphlets all were telling the people that live there what to do and what not to do. Well, according to what they have in there, they're going to be in Spanish and English, and they're going to shoot these things over the border, and those pamphlets are going to cover everywhere, so that nobody who's thinking about crossing the border won't get one of these things and read it. Because they're telling them in those pamphlets don't come across the border, because if you do, you're going to be shot on sight, because they have no way to know whether anybody they see is a civilian or military from those troops that are down on the other side of the border. So they're just going to kick ass and take names, and they're not going to worry about anything. You cross the border and you're going to die. It's that simple. And this is in process now. This is not something that's going to happen in 3 or 4 weeks. No, this is going to happen now. Now, another thing, there's a lot of military people, we'll say from lieutenant colonels and above, who are in retirement. Well, what they've done is a lot of these people that are in retirement have been called back to active duty. Now, the reason for that is because we have people that are in the service right now, generals and things like that, who possibly could be working for the cabal. And what they want to do is bring in trusted people who have been retired and bring them back to active duty, and then place them into positions where they know that they're going to counteract any of these low-level military who are working for the cabal. So, and that's funny that they would be, from what I understand, this is like one of the first times in history where ex-military have been called back into action for anything, really. Now, another thing that they're talking about is that the Republican National Convention is coming up. I think it's the 26th to the 30th, something like that, down in Tampa, Florida. They're going to be having interviews with people like Drake and stuff like that down there, and they're going to be releasing some very, very important information. And they're saying that the cabal has lost this end game thing that they're involved in, and the end game is in process now, and a lot of stuff that's happening is going to happen around the time of the Republican National Convention. So it's going to be very interesting to watch that. And from what they're saying, they're going to do live streams over the internet and also recorded interviews and stuff like that, so that we can have the information as it's happening. That, I'm waiting for this stuff, man. There's just so much bad stuff going on in this country. Cops out of control. Some of the stuff is so disgusting you don't even want to talk about it. So hopefully the shit's going to go down very, very soon. It's already in process now, but the actual event is going to be tied to this Republican National Convention, and they said just sit back and watch. Listen to the live streams or the video coming from there, and we should be very well informed in a short period of time. So, thanks for listening. I'll keep you up to date as soon as I hear any more stuff from these sources, and we'll get back to you, okay? All right, thanks a lot. I hope everything goes well with everybody, and I hope this all works.